Hey y'all, what is going on? It's your boy Glade here, aka Fake Glad, and today I'm gonna be showing y'all how to get the Savior title in D2. I'm gonna show you tips and tricks, freaking skills, freaking tutorials in a matter of, I don't know how long this video will be, probably 5 to 10 minutes. And you're gonna go get the seal, easy as that, in freaking probably the whole season, because the triumphs still suck. No, it's okay. It's a lot easier than last season. Okay, let's get into it. Alright guys, so we're here right at the season Dawn seal, and this season's season seal isn't actually available to get yet, but I'll tell you all the secret triumphs that will be coming out very shortly, so when they do come out, you know how to do them and you can get them all done really easily. And then I'm pretty much done with everything else, so I can give you tips and tricks on everything else that is out at the moment, so you guys can start working on it. So I'm going to cover over the collections page first, as it's probably the longest thing, and it's just going to be a whole event in itself. So let's go into it. So basically we're going to start from the bottom to the top. I know it's kind of weird, but these 6 weapons right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, these guns right here are basically linked to all the obelisks that they added in this season. So there's an obelisk on Earth, Mars, Tangled Shore, and Nessus. And so you go to those places, you level them up at least like 1 level, and then you can link the sundial. Actually, I don't even think you need to level it up. You just need to do the quest. Whatever the quest is, it's usually this like kill 10 fallen or something. It's really easy. But once you have them all linked, which most of you probably do already, you can link one of them at the start to the sundial. And then most of the obelisks are linked to at least 2 weapons, and I think 2 of them, like this and this fusion, I think are linked to like the one on the Tangled Shore. But basically you link it to the sundial, you complete sundial runs, and then like every day you're able to pick up 1 item from the sundial. So at the end of your run, you can pick up like the auto rifle, and then say the next day you pick up Patron of the Lost Causes. Boom, that's 2. Then you link the next sundial, you get this one and this one. Then boom, you link the next sundial, you get this one. Boom, link the next sundial, that's that one. And also, if you're leveling up these obelisks, which you should be doing, you're gonna be able to get more than 1 weapon a week eventually. So I mean not a week, a day. So you could get like 2 a day, and it will speed up the process. You'll get those weapons really quick. Don't worry about those. The next things are the pinnacle weapons, which are probably the biggest grind out of this whole collections page. We're gonna start with the Komodo. So basically, for the Komodo, it's a linear fusion rifle. You need, I think, 125 linear fusion kills in the Crucible. And then you need 15 linear fusion headshots. And then you need to hit, I believe, competitive rank heroic, which isn't too hard at all. This would probably be the hardest weapon, and some still think it's the hardest weapon this season. They're all pretty easy this season. But if you have this exotic, it will make it go by in literally an hour. Easiest quest like ever. What's it called? It's a primary, I think. Where is it? Air Ballast right here. Air Ballast is a linear fusion primary. It does take special ammo, but it's in the primary slot. So every time you die and spawn in the game, you get like 2 shots with it, I believe. Or yeah, I think it's 2 shots. So you just go in. You, like right now, Clash, Control, big game modes, they're filled with air ballast, so everyone's just running around with this because everyone's trying to get this gun. And basically if you get a headshot with it, which isn't too hard at all, it will crank out your 15 headshots. I'm pretty sure they forgot this gun existed or something, and this expects you to use power ones, because I don't know why 15 headshots is like so much easier than the 125 kills when you already need headshots to kill people. But yeah, use this, go into big game modes that take a while like Clash or Control, and this run around with your air ballast, get easy 15 headshots, and then this like probably in less than 10 games you'll have all 125 kills. And my tips on getting to competitive faster, or like the heroic competitive level faster, is just hop into the solo queue, especially if you're on PC. PC is way sweatier than console, in my opinion. I play on both. But if you are not the best at PvP and you just need this gun for the seal, I would hop into solo. There's like 50-50 chance you'll get good people on your team, and if not, with the new competitive changes, you don't lose a lot of rank. So just hop into solo play, and if you are a good team, or maybe you're on console, and you have faith in you and your buddies, you could probably get it done even faster in this team competitive, and it's not going to be that hard for you. So the next gun in the seal is going to be the Sidearm Bizarre. So for this gun, you need like a certain amount of kills mid-air with the sidearm in strikes, and then you need a certain amount of kills with a sidearm in strikes. And I believe one other thing that you'll probably just get done really quick just by doing it, I think it's like cumulative strike score, but normal strikes count too. It's not just nightfalls, so you'll get it done while you're working on the sidearm kills. This is probably the easiest one of the weapons. Like it literally took me probably 7 strikes. The sidearm I used, dude, I'm running out of spit, dude. I've never talked this long in my life. The sidearm I used was where is it? There it is. Traveler's Judgment. This sidearm is a beast. You could use Last Hope, also a beast. Just go in there, get like your 15-25 mid-air kills first, just get out of the way with, and then you can just run like the rest of the strikes just with your sidearm, having a great time. It's not very hard at all. Just put on some music, grind it out, you'll get it done in no time. The final gun of them all is the Gambit one, which is probably the hardest one this season. You need a certain amount of close range kills, you need a certain amount of shotgun kills, close range shotgun kills, and then you need to hit a certain rank, which you'll get done while working on the other ones. Basically for this throw in any shotgun you like. I would recommend Aikilo shotgun or the one from Scourge of the Past raid. Those are really good. The threat level or something I think it's called. But if you don't have those, even your PvP ones work, like Mindbenders or any of those. There's any shotgun you like. And then I would get the close range kills out of the way first. I got those done pretty quick, but then it did take me a little bit of time to get the remaining shotgun kills, and I think even the rank for this one. My dog is chewing my bone, sorry if you hear that. Rocky, boo. I would just run around with the shotgun, and I think the reason why the rank took me so long is I did this solo, and running around with a shotgun and Gambit's not the best idea. So we weren't winning a lot of the games, which was making the rank go up slower. So that's part of the reason. But if you run this with a full team, you're probably be getting more wins. You'll crank out the shotgun kills. It's really not that hard. It just takes a little bit longer than the other ones. Okay, we're getting there. So next, all of the armor right here, we're gonna skip over the exotics. All the armor right here, and actually this first exotic too, all you need to do is open up the first thing in your season pass. So just go over to your season pass, click on the very first little box, and you'll get all of that. Boom. That's like 6 items out of the way. Look at that. Now you almost have your seal. You're getting close. You're getting close, guys. You're getting close. Now these 2 exotics right here, this is going to be one too, a fusion rifle. These 2 are not in the game yet, but when they are, I will make tutorials for them, and I will put them in the description of this video. So if you want to know how to do it, it will tell you in the exotic quest, but if you really want to know how to do it, I will make a tutorial. I will put it in here when they're out. But just know these are going to be the last things possible to get, I believe, for the whole seal. So just focus on these last, because they're not even in the game yet, unless you really want one when they come out, if they're super good, I don't know. But don't stress about them yet, they're not in the game as of when I'm making this video. But if they are out, check the description, I'll have tutorials for them, don't worry. Alright, next, the shaders and emblems for Gambit, Crucible, and Strikes. Basically, these you want to be getting out of the way while you're doing your pinnacle weapons. So some of them are really long grinds, like the shotgun one, where you're just going to be bored, so you want to go for other stuff too. For the Gambit one, you need to get enemy kills and bank motes, and then hit, I think, like rank heroic for the first one to get the shader. So that you can just play the game, work on this. But for the second step to get the emblem, you need to hit rank mythic, which is like pretty high up there. It says fabled on the quest, so if you think your quest is bugged, you actually have to hit mythic. It says you need to hit fabled, but it's bugged right now, so you need to hit mythic. So don't stress out about that like I did. Then you just need to go and get more enemies kills, which you'll just finish off by playing it. And then the last thing is you or your teammates need to get actual guardian kills. So just like your teammates invade, you can invade. I don't know if your kills increase progress faster, but I just kept evading every chance I got it done pretty quick. And that's probably the hardest one of all of them, other than maybe the strike one, which we'll talk about now. So for the strike one, you need to kill a certain amount of strike bosses, get a certain amount of rank in Nightfall like scoring, and then you need to get solar ability kills. So for the strike bosses, for some reason it will only give you one boss. You need like 40 for the first step and 75 for the emblem. But if you do Nightfalls, each boss of a Nightfall is like 7 to like 10 bosses for some reason. It counts as way more. So just worry about your Nightfall scoring and your bosses will rank up and you'll finish your bosses before everything else. And then for the solar ability kills, you want to go and go on your Warlock with put on a solar subclass, get a sword, empty out all the ammo in the sword, and then go into strikes and hit stuff with your sword hilt, and it will count as solar ability damage. For me, I don't know if the quest is bugged or what, but I just was able to use solar weapons, but the second step of this wants you to use solar weapons for the emblem. So I think mine was just bugged, but I would try using solar weapons first, and if it doesn't work, do the Warlock hilt glitch like I said. And if you don't have a Warlock, then it's going to take you a little longer. Just have max discipline, max intelligence, rank up that so you get your abilities faster. Run through those strikes, maybe go to a lost sectors out of the strike, don't worry about helping your teammates. So you have a private zone, and you'll crank that out pretty quick. And like I said, for the emblem part, you just need actual gun solar kills, which is a lot easier, and then you just need more Nightfall score, and you'll get that out of the way pretty quick. It's probably the most time consuming one, or at least it feels like it, because it's just really boring, but it's not very challenging. For the last part, we have the Crucible emblems and shaders. For this, you just need kills. Here, I pulled up the quest because I actually forgot the steps for this. So for the first part, you need to defeat enemies as a team. You need to earn valor, I think it says heroic, and you need to win matches. So you can get all of that done just by going for your Komodo fusion rifle that we talked about earlier. And then for the second part, you need to defeat guardians as a team. I remember the defeat guardians took the longest part out of all of these. Rapidly defeat opponents. You only need 5, but you can only get 1 rapidly defeat, I think, a game, so it takes like 5 games. And then I think you need to hit Fabled rank, also doesn't take that long. This emblem was really easy, probably the easiest one of all. You're not going to have any trouble with it, do not worry about that. And last but not least, the Ghost, which we're going to actually transition into with the seal, because the Ghost goes along with these first 5 triumphs. So, you know how I said for the starting guns in the collections page, they're connected to the obelisks? Well, basically, you'll get this minor fracking harvest by doing activities or leveling up like your season pass or completing triumphs during Season of Dawn, and you can use this material to upgrade your obelisks in EDZ, Mars, Tingle Shore, and Nessus. So basically, each obelisk needs 11 ranks to fully get it max, but for these 4 triumphs at the start, you just need to get each one to level 10. So the fastest way to level up these obelisks is each obelisk has 2 bounties per character, and if you do all of those per week, that's 1 whole obelisk to max rank. Plus, you're going to be getting Fracline Harvest from just doing triumphs and this other activities, so you'll probably rank up 2 week if you do all of those. Plus, Saint 14 is now in the game, and he has daily bounties that reset that also give you these, and you can get up to 2 ranks on each character. So you're going to be blowing through these ranks if you really grind out these bounties and just start playing the game, and you'll get all 4 of these in no time. And then this 5th one right here just wants you to level up 40 ranks, and this will actually get you the Ghost, which is the last thing in the collection page. So you'll finish your collection page, have all of those max, and that means you'll get this done too. So you now have the whole first 6 triumphs done, just by going for that Ghost pretty much. And it will take you no time if you're just grinding out those bounties to play in the game. Next, save 14 from the Infinite Forest. For this, you just need to do the normal story for Season of Dawn. Just keep talking to Osiris, do all the quests you have, talk to Saint 14 and the tower also after, get those quests out of the way. Just do all the quests, just knock them out. The story's pretty interesting this season too, but just play the story. Most of you guys probably already have that done anyway. Next, Link Repair. This just came available this week. There's now a new obelisk in the tower after you do the quest for Saint 14 in the tower. And the obelisk will want you to do 1 weapon frame bounty from each of the obelisks. And that should take you probably an hour or 2, and then once you do that, you'll literally have this done, and you'll have a nice way to pick up all your bounties for all of these ones from earlier. So I would do this one before you, well, maybe not before you do any of those, but I do this one really quick. It's easy, and it helps a lot for getting the rest of your seal done. Next, this just wants you to run all 3 of the bosses in the sundial, so I would just make sure you're running the sundial at least once a week to get all these bosses done, not too hard. The only reason I don't have this one done is Tarz's Rock, whatever his name is not in the game yet, as it's only the 3rd week of the DLC being out. Next, defeat Intom Oblivion Tyron within the sundial. So I think this is going to be like the final boss, or like the hard one in the sundial. It's not out yet, so if it's really complicated, I'll post a video on it, leave it in the description, but I don't think it's going to be too hard compared to these ones. This might have some new mechanics, you know. Next, an undefeatable defeat or do the sundial without dying. For this, I just stayed in the back and kind of sniped at the boss whenever it was vulnerable, and you just have to play the sundial as safe as possible. It's really not that hard. Just stay in the back of all the boss rooms, play it super safe, and you'll get it done super easily. Complete the sundial within a set amount of time. For this, I don't think you really need to rush through it. I think you just can't fail in encounters. So basically, it should only take you 2 perfect encounters to get to the boss, and the boss you can't fail. So if you just do 2 perfect encounters without like failing, which isn't that hard once people increase light. I did it with randoms on my 2nd run ever. You'll get this done. It sounds a lot harder than it really is. Don't stress out about it. For this, we have to defeat that boss that I said is probably going to be the hard one, but on legend difficulty or higher. This I could see being probably one of the harder seals in this. Just get a few buddies you have, or go to an LFG to find some people that are highlight, and this crank it out, I guess. We'll see how hard this really is when it comes out. If it is really hard, once again, I'll post a video on him. But I think this is just going to require some team communication, and you'll get it done pretty simple if you do. Next, for these last 2 secret triumphs, 2 of them are just going to be for getting the exotic for the season, which you need for your collections page anyway, which leaves us to our final one, which wants you to complete the Empyrean Restoration effort and light the beacon. So basically, one of the Saint 14 quests did nothing other than say setting up a beacon, so make sure you get that out of the way first. Then once content is out, it'll probably just be 1 run through it, trying it out, whatever it is. Bungie's been really shady on what this activity is and haven't really been telling us, but I bet you just have to do 1 simple run through it, and you will have it. And then once you do that, folks, you will have your whole entire Season of Dawn seal and get the Savior title. I tried making this video as fast as possible while giving you efficient tips. If there's anything else you'd like to see from me in other videos to make these a little bit more helpful for you guys, or just other content you want to see, let me know. And I will see all of you in the next video. Peace out, guys.